Hello, Gabe Heller here again with yet another spotlight on an Xbox indie arcade game. This one's called Space Battle. This one caught my eye. Space Battle, you pretty much, with a name like that, you pretty much know what you're going to be getting, and that's what you get. You can't play online. Let's see what more games are. Okay, so these are other games that the same guy has written. Okay, let's play the challenge. Round 1, UFO sighting. So one thing that was confusing to me is I'm already controlling the ship. I thought that was the credits, but no, you can start moving the ship around much earlier than that. It turns out it's a twin-stick shooter. Unlike other twin-stick shooters, you're flying a plane, and I guess because you're flying a plane, you can't stop. So I couldn't just stand in one place, as hard as I try. I suppose I could just keep going in circles in one place, just keep twirling the stick around, and then I could stand in one place and shoot at them, but I can't. Very easily stand in one place and shoot at them. And if you think about it, like, even in the old Asteroids game, you know, you start out in one place, and if you moved, it was kind of hard to become stationary again, but you could manage to get mostly stationary and still kind of play the game from a stationary position if you wanted to. I like the slowdown when you're in danger. That's something we should have had in our twin-stick shooter, to be frank. But I don't like the zoom in. Because the edges of the screen are actually deadly, you have to be able to tell from scrolling, because the background is just like random stars. In our twin-stick shooter, we actually had a pattern in the background that allowed you to tell when you were near the edge of the screen and in danger. But you aren't even in danger in ours. It was just, the edge of the screen was just a barrier. In this one, if you hit the edge of the screen, you die, and I probably will eventually screw up and do that. So far the enemies are relatively boring, but this is just level 1, and at least they do have several different colors of enemies, and it looks like the red ones and the green ones behave slightly differently. Okay, there, that's victory! Okay, cool, press A. Round 2, more UFOs! Okay. Also, I thought these asteroids at first were also deadly, and I was trying to avoid all of them and all the UFOs, and I couldn't even figure out how to shoot yet. I assumed I was shooting forward, because before I figured out it was a twin-stick shooter. I assumed it was asteroids. Thankfully, you do not have to avoid the asteroids. Wow, that would make it a really hard game. Not that there aren't such games. I believe they're called bullet hells, where you have to avoid large numbers of floating objects all on the screen at one time. Okay, so they're power-ups. You can get them. That one's green. I guess it makes me fast. I'm not sure being fast is actually an advantage in this game, especially when I want to be able to stand still. Going fast is the opposite of good, as far as I'm concerned, especially when the walls are deadly. So one test that's always a good test for a twin-stick shooter is, can you play the game effectively simply by moving around in a circle on the level and shooting sideways inward? And it looks like you can't quite just survive that way. You know, it's a little more complicated than that, so that's good. It kind of passes that test, though later on, after all the enemies have shown up, then you can definitely corral them into the center, and I've done it in the past. You just have to wait for them all to show up, because before then they show up in random locations, and they don't all show up at the beginning. But they do eventually all show up, and once they do, then you can corral them in the middle and just go around and shoot them. So we can see we do have some kind of new enemy. See, I wish that zoom in had not lasted so long. I could not tell if I was flying into danger or not. We have a new enemy that shoots at you. It's still a UFO. Yep. See, I wasn't paying attention. I ran into the out of bounds, because space is totally bounded. Also, their background probably could have used a slightly more high-res image. It looks like they just used, you know, something free from NASA, which is fine. You know, free from NASA is fine. But free from NASA photographs are very high resolution. At least you can find ones that are, and you know, so there's no reason for it to be zoomed in quite so far, and for the stars to be quite so grainy. And it looks especially bad when they zoom in, because you're in danger. And then why didn't it zoom in there? I was about to get hit by that. Maybe it doesn't zoom in for bullets? I don't know. Maybe the bullets don't actually kill you? I don't know. Again, none of this is actually explained. This is a game where you're supposed to learn it as you go. And at least so far it's not a terribly complicated game, but I already told you several ways in which I completely misinterpreted the way the game worked to begin with, because there was absolutely no instructions whatsoever. Not even the screen that told you what the controls are. I think there's no pause. Oh my goodness, there is a pause. And when you're zoomed in, the pause looks crappy. I think pause was actually required. Now, our games, when we had pause, we actually had a pause menu on it, where you could go back to the main menu if you wanted to. This one appears to just, well, no, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let's try to get smashed. Okay, round 2 again. More UFOs again. Okay. I guess those are credits for people who funded the game. I don't know. Okay, so when you pause, there we go. So you can press B to quit. Okay, so you can get back to the menu, I suppose. Let's select unpauses. That's good. Let's see, we have an upgrade there. I think that's the green one again. Isn't that the one that makes me go fast? I don't want to go fast. I don't want that upgrade. Going fast is scary. Okay, so I think just about all the enemies have shown up. So I'm going to do the old fly around in a circle and shoot sideways tactic, and we'll see if it wins me the game, or at least keeps me from dying. Notice there are a lot of enemies in the center now. They're kind of starting to group together there. So as I continue to shoot at them, I'm getting more and more of them because they're all right there. Oh, no! Looks like I got hit by a bullet. Shot down! Oh, I see. So you can die in different ways and it actually tells you what those are. Okay, cool. Shoot randomly because I can't see anybody yet. Where is buddy? Hello, buddy! Where are you, buddy? Oh, it looks like I hit somebody. I hit somebody else. Hello. Hello, buddy. More buddies. Wow, this fly around in circles thing actually worked pretty well. Nope. Shot down again. I've actually played through to level 3. I don't know if I'll make it through in this playthrough anymore because I'm kind of running out of time. I'm already at 7 minutes. Level 3, they do actually introduce new enemies. The name of round 3 is actually UFOs equal boring, and then I guess you are fighting identified flying objects, which kind of look like Galaxian ships, but move around exactly like these guys, except they have facings. They aren't spinning discs. Their guns face a direction too. I don't know if it's the same direction they do or not. I wasn't on it for long enough to find out. This ICO can outrun bullets. Okay, that's it. And now I'm just gonna fly until I run into the edge of the screen and die. Boom. Well, so that's Space Battle. You pretty much get exactly what you think you're gonna get. A battle in space. There are some good things, there are some bad things about it, and I just showcased them. So, there you go. If you want that game, it's called Space Battle.